Alright, I want to make another quick video here because to this point I've only talked about football, and that's because football is my one true love, my one passion in sports. But don't get me wrong, I like other sports too, so I'm going to make a quick video and talk about some other sports. You know, just for a quick change of pace. And since right now actually my internet's down, so I don't have anything else to do, I'm waiting for a call back from Comcast. Alright, well, you got basketball just finished just now, the Spurs securing their place as the dynasty of the past decade. I guess it's still arguable, but you gotta say they probably have now surpassed the Lakers as the dominant team of the last 10 years. So, good for them. They're a lot like the Patriots in the sense that they don't have, some, guy that's going to score like 60 points every game and do these crazy windmill dunks or whatever, but, they're a fantastic team that goes out there and gets the job done. 4 championships in 9 years. That is a dynasty to me. I don't know why some people think otherwise, but whatever. Uh, and I'm still a Sonics fan. I know we're probably going to move here pretty soon and going to lose the team because of monetary issues, but, you know, in the grand scheme of all things, the Sonics are the only team up here in Seattle that has, a history of at least limited success. We've won a championship in the past. We've, managed to field a good team on a relatively consistent basis in the past. And you got teams like, the Mariners and Seahawks that have never won a championship and have never been able to consistently mount great teams. So, the Sonics were probably the first sports team that I watched quite a bit of when I was, little, like 6 or 7, back in the mid '90s when we had a fantastic team. Made it to the finals in '95 to '96. Obviously, we had that big choke fest in 1994. I still think we should be toting some hardware from that year, but we couldn't get our crap together. I wasn't watching basketball then, but I know what happened, and I hate hearing about it. But enough about that. We obviously were terrible this last year. We were the kind of team that would, score 120 points and then let the other team score 121. But, we still got Ray Allen, who's, one of the best perimeter shooters in the league. I think it's safe to say Rashard Lewis is going to leave us. Hopefully we can move on from that. We've got like 3 different projects at center. Guys we've drafted recently in the last 3 years that need to iron out their game, but they've got potential, so I can't recall their names, but hopefully one of them can break out and, grow into the center that we really need to become a complete team because we've got pieces. And obviously we got lucky and secured the number 2 pick in the draft. As for who I want in the draft, I'm hoping for Kevin Durant. I'm hoping Portland goes with Greg Oden. Not that, they're both great players. I'd be happy to have both, but I don't want Oden because we already have 3 big guys that we just drafted, and I want to wait for them to pan out rather than just assuming that they're not going to work out and taking Oden. So hopefully we can land Durant. I'd be happy with that, and that should actually really help us start developing a complete team. Hopefully we can get some defense of some sort going, and maybe hopefully next year we can mount a 500 season, maybe squeak into the playoffs. My expectations are pretty low, but it's nice to dream. I'm also a baseball fan. This year I've watched very little baseball, but I have been keeping track of the Mariners. I'm a busy guy, and I find it very hard to watch a full 3-hour game of baseball, especially every day. I mean, every now and then I'll tune in and watch, but I'll usually just keep track of the scores, keep track on ESPN Gamecast. I just don't have time to watch a lot of baseball. But, the Mariners, they've surprised me because coming into the season, I had the expectation, maybe the hope even, that we would not finish last in our division again. I just wanted to get out of the cellar. But that's been handed to us by the virtue of the fact that the Rangers are such a terrible team. I think we've got like a 10 plus game lead on them right now. So unless something crazy happens here, that's definitely going to happen. And I don't know if it's worth anything because the Rangers are arguably the worst team in the league. So I'm taking a chance and upping my expectations and hopes to a 500 or better season. Right now we're 36 and 32. We kind of sucked the big one while we were in Vegas, but while I was taking my vacation in Vegas, but we're looking pretty good. Jojima and Ichiro, they're hitting pretty well. Sexton's starting to hit his home runs again. We got a couple other good role players. When Hernandez brings his game, he's just unhittable. So right now, of course, I think we're third in the division. Not too far back of the Athletics and Angels, but I'm not sure if we can catch up to them because we're just a little too inconsistent and young at this point. But I can hope, and if we can finish 500 or better, that would be a considerable jump over the last 2 or 3 years, and that would just thrill me and really give me hope for the future. And also, it would also give me hope that Ichiro decides to stick around for another year or two. Because, if we keep losing, I would rather see him go somewhere where he could get his championship and, win games than stay here. He was a great player for us, gave us a memorable 2001 season, but, once again, we couldn't get our crap together and finish up. So, yeah, that's about all I can say about other sports. I don't watch hockey. I don't watch soccer. Oh yeah, I guess there is college football, which will start around the same time as professional football. I'm a Huskies man. I'm not really a Cougar guy because I'm thinking I'm going to go to UW. First of all, and second of all, I've just kind of grown up with the Huskies, grown up with Husky fans. Um, Obviously, this year our quarterback left, got drafted by the Cowboys, staying back. So I don't know what we're going to do. We don't got much firepower left. Um, but we'll see how things go. I mean, I'm expecting another pretty poor season, but Willingham's a good coach. So, yeah, that's about all I can say about other sports. So, I'll get back to the football stuff here soon. Thank you for listening. I'm out.